You know that smell from your Lola's kitchen on a Sunday? You can find it right here in New York City. From those kitchens, to design studios breathing new life into ancient fabrics, to boardrooms where a new generation is shattering every ceiling. The Filipino spirit of enterprise isn't just surviving in New York. It's quietly, powerfully, and beautifully shaping it. This is a city of icons. We have Chinatown, we have Little Italy. But what about the stories woven into neighborhoods like Woodside, Queens? What about the dreams packed in suitcases, right next to family recipes, and a fierce will to build something from the ground up? Beyond the ube lattes and sizzling sisig that have captured the hearts of foodies, who are the families behind these businesses? Who are the mothers, sons, daughters, and friends turned family, all bound by heritage and hustle? Today, we're counting down the 10 biggest Filipino family businesses in New York. But we're not just talking about size in dollar signs. We're talking about the size of their heart, the depth of their legacy, and the sheer scale of their impact. We're going to uncover incredible stories of resilience, sacrifice, and the resounding success they built. So get ready to be inspired. This is a side of New York you haven't seen before. Number 10, Bilao Filipino cuisine. We kick off our countdown at number 10 with a story that perfectly captures the Filipino spirit of resilience, born right in the heart of the pandemic. This is Bilao Filipino cuisine. The name Bilao refers to that iconic woven tray, a symbol of shared meals and community. And community is exactly what this business was built on. Picture this. You're a frontline nurse during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. You're exhausted, stressed, and all you want is a comforting taste of home. For 3 Filipino nurses at Mount Sinai Hospital, Jude Canella, Joan Calanog, and Marie Dinapol, this was their reality. Stuck on the Upper East Side, a world away from the Filipino food hub in Queens, they didn't just accept it, they solved it. In August 2020, they took a massive leap and opened Bilao. Their mission was simple: bring home-cooked Filipino flavors to a part of the city that desperately needed them. We're talking about the quintessential Silog breakfast, that glorious combo of garlic fried rice, a fried egg, and something amazing like sweet longanisa sausage or savory beef, tapa. But they didn't stop there. Their menu was a journey through the Philippines, from rich Bicol Express to a show-stopping crispy fried tilapia. What makes Bilao one of the biggest is its brilliant origin and the size of its heart. It was founded by healthcare workers who, in the middle of caring for a city in crisis, found another way to nourish their community. After a successful run, they closed their original location in early 2024, but their story wasn't over. They announced a return, reopening just a block away under the name Sugba, which means grill or roast, to continue their legacy. This venture, born from the front line, is a powerful testament to the Filipino spirit of service and entrepreneurship. Number 9. Mama Fina's House of Filipino Sisig. Coming in at number 9 is a restaurant that took one of the most beloved, explosive, and unapologetically delicious dishes in the entire Filipino arsenal and put it center stage. For years, that place was Mama Fina's House of Filipino Sisig. If you've never had sisig, just imagine chopped pork parts, onions, and chili peppers, all sizzling on a screaming hot platter. It's crunchy, it's savory, it's rich, and when you crack a raw egg on top and mix it all together, it becomes a creamy, unforgettable experience. While many Filipino restaurants serve sisig, Mama Fina's, which had a legendary run in the East Village, made it their entire identity. They knew that sisig isn't just a dish, it's a craving. Their menu was proof, offering 6 different kinds of sizzling sisig, from the classic pork to adventurous takes with squid, milkfish, and even tofu. For years, Mama Fina's was a benchmark in Manhattan, the go-to spot for that no-holds-barred flavor. It became a pilgrimage site for anyone wanting to introduce a friend to Filipino food, just to see the wide-eyed reaction of their first taste of authentic sisig. The place became a community hub, hosting everyone from comedian Joe Coy to supermodel Kelsey Merritt. Mama Fina's massive impact came from specialization. In late 2025, they closed their East Village location to focus on their original spot in Hackensack, New Jersey. But their 8-year reign built a temple to sisig in New York and proved that sometimes the biggest thing you can do is one thing perfectly. Number 8. Grill 21. At number 8, we celebrate an institution. This is a place that stands for consistency, comfort, and the feeling of a home-cooked meal right in the city. We're talking about Grill 21. Located near Gramercy, Grill 21 has been a reliable beacon for homesick Filipinos and curious foodies for years. A family-run spot that delivers authentic, hearty flavors time and time again. Grill 21's bigness comes from being a culinary rock. It's not about flashy trends, it's about preserving the soul of Filipino home-style cooking. This is where you go for the classics. Their menu is basically an encyclopedia of Filipino cravings. You've got the essential chicken adobo, the sour and savory tamarind broth of sinigang na baboy, and as the name suggests, legendary grilled items. Those sweet and savory pork and chicken BBQ skewers are a signature that keeps people coming back for more. What makes Grill 21 feel like a true family business is that mama in the kitchen vibe that reviewers always talk about. The food tastes like it was made with care, the portions are generous, and the prices are fair for Manhattan. Whether it's the crispy lechon kawali or a mountain of garlic rice, the quality is always there. It's a cozy spot that gets packed with people celebrating and connecting with their roots. Grill 21 has earned its spot by being dependable. In a city of constant change, it has remained a trusted source of Filipino comfort. Its impact is measured in the loyalty of its customers and the simple, powerful joy of a perfectly grilled BBQ skewer that tastes just like home. It's proof that you don't need to be the newest or loudest to be one of the biggest. You just need to be consistently and deliciously Filipino. Number 7. Tradition. Our number 7 spot goes to a business that embodies the new wave of Filipino entrepreneurship. Tradition. The story starts with a simple, relatable problem. A couple of talented chefs, with resumes from top New York kitchens like Jean-Georges, were in Manhattan and craving Filipino food for delivery. They realized there was a huge gap in the market, so they decided to cook the food they grew up with themselves. Opening its Hell's Kitchen location in summer 2020, Tradition was built to make traditional Filipino food known and accessible. They were soon joined by a partner who had worked with the Philippines Department of Tourism, creating a dream team of culinary skill and cultural passion. The menu is a masterclass in Filipino comfort food, served in bowls perfect for the New York grind. We're talking rich, tender pork adobo, slow-braised in that classic soy vinegar marinade. Their chicken inasal gets rave reviews for its authentic flavor, and they even get creative with a rambutan salad, showing they can innovate while respecting their roots. They've created a menu where every bowl feels like something your Lola would be proud of, but designed for the modern New Yorker. Tradition's bigness lies in its smart business model and ambition. They saw a need, high-quality, accessible Filipino food in Manhattan, and met it with excellence. After their success in Hell's Kitchen, they expanded to a second location at Urban Hawker, the vibrant Singaporean-style food hall in Midtown, boosting their visibility even more. They represent a new generation that isn't just serving the community, but is actively working to make Filipino cuisine a staple for everyone. Number 6. Kusina Pinoy Bistro. As we hit number 6, we find ourselves back in Woodside, Queens, at a place that defines community spirit, Kusina Pinoy Bistro. Opening in 2019, right before the world turned upside down, Kusina Pinoy's story is one of incredible resilience and the power of bayanihan, the Filipino concept of communal unity. Co-owner Dennis Nepomuceno said he chose this spot because the footprints of the Philippines are here. When the pandemic hit, that very community rallied around them, helping them survive and thrive. That spirit is in everything they do. Kusina Pinoy isn't just a place to eat, it's a gathering spot. On weekends, the place is buzzing with live music and karaoke, feeling more like a giant family party. And the food? It's a spectacular celebration of authentic Filipino flavors. They're famous for their show-stopping calamares gigantes, a giant fried squid that's as impressive to look at as it is delicious. Reviewers consistently praise their beef bulalo, a rich beef shank soup served in a massive portion that could feed a whole family. Their crispy pork kare-kare and sizzling pork sisig are legendary, and customers call their creamy ube shake an absolute must-try. Kusina Pinoy Bistro earns its rank for its central role in the life of Little Manila. It's more than a restaurant. It's a testament to the community's strength. Dennis Nepomuceno was overjoyed when the street was co-named Little Manila Avenue, saying, "At least we have that small dot on the map that says Little Manila, and that is something for us." Kusina Pinoy Bistro is a huge part of that dot on the map. A place of joy, music, and shared meals. We are halfway through our countdown, and the stories are just getting more inspiring. From frontline heroes to sisig specialists, the heart of the Filipino community beats strong in this city. It makes me want to ask you, what's a family business in your neighborhood that everyone should know about? Drop a comment below, and let's share these incredible stories. And if you're loving these stories of resilience and incredible food, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We have so many more stories to share from every corner of New York, and you won't want to miss a single one. Now, let's get back to the countdown. Number 5, the new guard of Filipino fashion, Nara Studio and Mestiza, New York. For our number 5 spot, we're swapping the kitchen for the design studio. Here, we're highlighting two incredible family-oriented businesses representing the biggest push of Filipino culture into high fashion. Meet the new guard, Nara Studio and Mestiza, New York. These aren't just clothing brands, they're cultural movements, weaving heritage into every thread. First, Nara Studio, founded by Kata Ganeta, an artist and museum director who grew up between New York and Manila. She found a deeper connection to her roots through the intricate, hand-woven fabrics of the Philippines. What started as a small project in late 2019 to help a weaver sell her work in the US evolved into a social enterprise supporting indigenous artisans from communities like the Kalinga, Yakan, and Taboli. Nara Studio is a bridge connecting the Filipino diaspora directly to the hands that create these beautiful textiles. It's about fostering Filipino pride and ensuring these ancient traditions thrive. Next is Mestiza, New York, a brand bringing Pinoy glamour to the Manhattan fashion scene. Co-founders Alessandra Perez Rubio and Luisa Rector, college friends with Filipino heritage, were inspired by vintage photos of their glamorous mothers and grandmothers in the 1960s Philippines. In 2015, they launched their own line of elegant dresses. They collaborate with organizations like the Habi Philippine Textile Council to incorporate Filipino fabrics, creating a signature look worn by celebrities like Chrissy Teigen and Paris Hilton. Mestiza is a company with a conscience, focusing on slow fashion and giving back through their heirloom project, which donates inventory to deserving women. Together, Nara Studio and Mestiza New York represent one of the most exciting frontiers for Filipino family business. They're proving that culture isn't just something to be preserved. It can be worn, celebrated, and shared on the world stage. They are, without a doubt, the future of Filipino enterprise. Number 4. The Game Changer, Giovanni Corpus. At number 4, we pivot from Roosevelt Avenue into the cutthroat world of Wall Street and high-end New York nightlife. This spot is about one of the biggest shifts in the narrative of Filipino success. Meet Giovanni Corpus, the Game Changer. His story isn't about a restaurant, it's about breaking barriers and redefining what's possible. Giovanni Corpus is a financier, private equity professional, and real estate investor who has made his mark in one of the world's toughest arenas. He comes from a working-class Filipino immigrant family and credits his mother with instilling the grit to succeed. He worked his way through community college to an MBA and began a relentless climb in finance, mastering every angle of the industry. His story represents a powerful evolution of the immigrant journey. His recent high-profile move saw him joining the ownership group of Yawning Cobra, an exclusive Japanese-inspired speakeasy, to help launch its new location on Manhattan's prestigious Billionaires Row. This is more than just an investment. It's a powerful statement. For a Filipino-American to plant a stake in one of the most exclusive corridors on the planet is symbolic. Giovanni himself said it best. This isn't just a bar, it's a destination, a place where culture, community, and commerce intersect. His success shatters the stereotypes that often limit the perception of Filipino Americans. He is showing the next generation that their dreams can and should stretch into the boardrooms and onto Wall Street. Giovanni's bigness is measured by the inspiration he provides. He is committed to creating opportunities for others to climb the ladder he built. He asks, "Legacy is bigger than cash flow. It's about what people say when you're gone. Did you open doors?" Giovanni Corpus is kicking those doors wide open. Number 3. The Cornerstone, Phil-Am Food Mart. For our number 3 spot, we pay homage to the foundation. Before the sizzling sisig spots and trendy cafes, there was a deep, fundamental need for a taste of home. This spot belongs to the cornerstone of Little Manila, the oldest Filipino grocery store in New York. Phil-Am Food Mart. Established in 1976, Phil-Am is more than a store. It's a living landmark. Its story is woven into the fabric of the Filipino community in New York. It was founded just over a decade after the 1965 Immigration and Nationality Act opened the doors for skilled workers, including a huge wave of Filipino nurses recruited to work at nearby Elmhurst Hospital. These families settled in Woodside, and they were homesick. They craved the specific brands of soy sauce, the comforting pan de sal, and all the unique ingredients to cook the food they grew up with. Phil-Am Food Mart was the answer. For nearly 50 years, this family-owned business has been the community's lifeline. Joseph Castillo, whose parents established the store, grew up watching it become the neighborhood's heart. Its aisles are a journey home for countless Filipino Americans. Phil-Am's bigness is immeasurable. It's the biggest because it was the first. It's the biggest because of the sheer number of families it has, nourished for generations. It provided the ingredients that allowed countless other restaurants and bakeries to even exist. When the street corner was officially co-named Little Manila Avenue in 2022, the sign was placed right across from Phil-Am, a fitting tribute to its foundational role. It is the anchor, the starting point of the story, representing the quiet, essential work of preserving a culture by feeding its family. Number 2. The matriarch of Little Manila, Renee's Kitchenette and Grill. As we arrive at number 2, we find ourselves at a place that's less a restaurant and more a cherished family institution. A place serving love and legendary Filipino food for over 30 years. This is Renee's Kitchenette and Grill, the undisputed matriarch of Little Manila. If Phil-Am is the cornerstone, Renee's is the hearth. It's one of the pioneer restaurants that put Filipino food on the map in New York. Run by the same family for 3 generations, it embodies the essence of a family: business. The flavors are rooted in Pampanga, a region known for having some of the best food in the Philippines, and that heritage shines in every dish. Ask anyone in Woodside about Renee's, and they'll tell you it's a place where the food is consistently, unbelievably delicious. One reviewer said she's been going since she was a little girl, and the flavors have never changed. That's the magic. Their sizzling sisig commands the attention of the entire room. Their beef tapa is legendary. And their mixed grill platter is a dream, loaded with pork barbecue and homemade longanisa sausage. The portions are huge, encouraging family-style sharing. The bigness of Renee's is its profound legacy and unwavering quality. It hasn't just survived for over 3 decades. It has flourished, becoming a benchmark for authenticity. The dining room is always a happy chaos of families and friends. It's a restaurant that has passed its passion down through generations, both in the kitchen and at the tables. For its longevity, its cultural significance, and its incredible food, Renee's Kitchenette is undeniably one of the absolute biggest Filipino family businesses in New York. Number 1. The ultimate family business, the Little Manila ecosystem. And now for our number 1 spot. We've counted down restaurants, innovators, and pioneers. But the single biggest Filipino family business in New York isn't a single business at all. It's an entire community that functions as one giant, interconnected family. The number 1 biggest Filipino family business is the Little Manila ecosystem. In Woodside, Queens, think about it. The true bigness of the Filipino story here isn't just one family's success. It's the success of the collective. It's the principle of Bayanihan brought to life on Roosevelt Avenue, right under the 7 train. This ecosystem, concentrated between 69th and 70th Streets, includes dozens of family-run businesses that sustain one another. It includes the cornerstone, Phil-Am Food Mart, providing the ingredients. It includes the matriarch, Renee's Kitchenette, setting the standard for culinary excellence. It includes the resilient newcomer, Cucina Pinoy Bistro, which survived the pandemic because the community supported each other. And it includes countless other legendary spots like Ihawan, bakeries like Red Ribbon, remittance centers, and cargo services that cater to every need of the Filipino diaspora. These businesses aren't just competitors, they're collaborators. The success of the restaurants drives traffic to the groceries. The entire neighborhood is a one-stop shop for Filipino culture, a place to cure homesickness with a silog breakfast, buy childhood snacks, and send a package home to family. The official co-naming of Little Manila Avenue in 2022 was a recognition of what the community already knew. This place is special. This ecosystem is the biggest because its impact is total. It is a cultural stronghold, preserving language, food, and traditions. It is an economic engine. And most importantly, it is a spiritual home for tens of thousands of Filipino Americans. It proves that the most powerful business isn't one with a single name on the door, but a collective of families working together, building a legacy bigger than any one of them alone. That is the power of Little Manila. So there you have it. From the pandemic-born dreams of nurses at Bilao to the Wall Street ambitions of Giovanni Corpus. From the timeless fashion of Mestiza and Nera Studio to the unshakable legacy of Renee's Kitchenette and Philam Food Mart. And finally, to the collective power of the Little Manila ecosystem itself. We've seen that biggest means so much more than revenue. It means the biggest heart, the biggest legacy, the biggest impact. The story of the Filipino family business in New York is one of evolution, from serving a homesick community to proudly sharing their culture with the entire world. It's a story of turning cravings into companies and heritage into high fashion. These 10 stories are just the beginning. Every one of these businesses is a doorway into a rich and beautiful culture. So next time you're in New York, step inside. Try the sisig, buy the pandesal, and support these incredible families. Thank you for joining me on this journey. What was your favorite story from our countdown? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who loves a great story of food, family, and the power of the immigrant dream.